Hello, today I will show you a mini project that I have done with this radio and I found it useful to be shared with you. Basically, the project was a solution to a problem that I have faced before with the operation of this radio. So let's start. You know, all small radios have the ability to function on or operate either on AC power or on DC power. With a small transformer like this one, we connect to, we see here, to the lower part of this plug. It's written DC in 6 volt. The other type of power source, it is 4 type of battery type AA, like this one, and we insert these battery at the back of this, and these holes are very tight. So the problem was, I found that these batteries was contaminated with rust at the positive sides, and it was wet with acid bleeding from these batteries. So an idea come to me, and that was, I can use the power bank. I can use this the cable of this transformer. You see, I have cut the edge of it and take it like this. You see this is the cable, and I connected it to a long USB type cable. You see this is a USB type cable, and the length of this was about 2 meters or maybe more. So I prefer to use a long cord, USB cord. Cut this USB cable, and I will find something like this. Many cables with different colors, white and blue, red, black. So I found through browsing YouTube that the red and black one is the positive and negative sides. Most importantly, if you, that is, you keep the red and black wires and cut the rest of the wires. And you can check who's the positive and who's the negative by connecting this terminal to a power bank, and bring a meter, like voltmeter, and you can check who's the and you can put the selector on the DC volt, and you can find if the reading is normal. That means the red is positive and the black is negative, and if the screen of the meter gives you a negative signal, that means you have to reverse the direction of the red and blue cables of your meter. And if you don't have this meter, you can directly connect this cord to the USB cord and operate the radio, and if you have a sound, that means you did the correct connection, or if there is no sound, that means you have to reverse the connection. After you connect this cable, you tape it, and it is ready to be used for different types of power supply, like this cell phone charger, or this one, or this one, or any type. Even you can operated with the insert this one in the cigarette charger of the cell phone inside your car, or even if your laptop have a power supply, USB power supply for charging, for external charging, you can use it. Or you can use power bank and USB 3 hub, and connect this USB 3 hub to this power bank, and it will you will have a docking station, and it should be USB 3 hub with the blue color, and then you can insert the USB of your radio to one of these, and you're ready to go. Now we will test this new connection. As you see, this DC power cord is taped like this with this long USB port, which is connected to our USB hub that is connected to the one of the terminal of our power bank. So we have here two source. The source of power is the power bank, and this docking station, it is USB 3 hub, and this new power cord of the radio is connected to one of these boards, and we can also connect other device at the same time while the radio is operating. We can charge our cell phone or our e-reader or whatever the device is. So let's operate this radio.
تظهر المدرسة أو الجامعة بشكلها المثالي.
So we are in Iraq, and this is one of the local station, and this is Radio Monte Carlo. So after testing this system for a few days, I found that the most essential part of this successful connection is we should connect the power bank with the radio through the connection of this power hub, USB 3 hub. Otherwise, it will not. There will be a problem, and that is if we connect this USB power cord of the radio directly to the power bank, and we will have operation for only 3 to 5 minutes, and I don't know why it may function as a stabilizer for the current that is produced by the power bank. I don't know why. Actually, I am a mechanical engineer, and I have to know what's the reason of this. And if you have an idea of this system, you can share your comment down the comment below. Finally, I want to mention what's the reason for using this relatively long power cord. The reason of that, some some power source or cell phone chargers, when you connect it to this with this USB to the power source, it will produce a noise, and if this plug is near the radio, meaning that if this cable is short, this brick will be near the radio, and it will disturb the activity of the radio and will make noise of the sound. So I prefer to use a long cable, so to avoid disturbance of these types of cell phone charger. This is another test for using multiple devices connected to this USB Throb 3 hub. As we see here a Kindle e-reader that is connected through this port to the docking station that is connected to this power bank, and we see here it is charging. We see this spark signal on the 81% battery level, and we see here another connection of this Bluetooth Amazon speaker that is connected through this port, and which is connected to our radio through this auxiliary cord, and the same power cord of the radio that's connected to the same USB 3 hub, which is acting as we said, as a docking station. Now we will operate this radio, and we see we were making volume louder, and we will disconnect this port of this speaker, and the voice is coming from here. As we see, this system is working. Sorry, let us stop this radio to not disturb our voice. So we see here this cable is coming to the main supply of this docking station of the USB 3 hub, and as we said before, we are connecting it to the USB 2 hub, which is the one on the far left, and we can connect it also to the green one, which is Qualcomm technology 3.0, which is a fast charging, and also we can use 26,800 milliampere hour, enough for operating this radio for about between 80 to 90 hours continuously without stopping the radio, which means that more than 3 days continuous operation of this radio, which is operated by 6 volt. And this range of hours depends on the sound level of the radio. Also, during the operation of this system, I can check the level of the power of the power bank. There are other types of radios. Some of them operate only on batteries, and others operate only on AC power. The type of concerning the type that operates on batteries only, the solution is as follows. There will be no power cord that is connected to from the outside to this radio. Therefore, we need a different method. That is, suppose that we are using an USB cable longer than this one, and we will open or cut the other end, and as before we told you that we will keep the red and black terminals, which are red for the positive and the black for the negative, and cut all the others, and then we have to weld or solder these two terminals on the correct spots on the electronic board of the radio. So therefore we have to unscrew the back cover of the radio and open the cover so that we can see the electric board and search for the correct positions. That's obvious from the case that holds the batteries, which is stamped, and we can figure which port is the positive and which side is the negative. So we we will find that two cords from the case of the two wires from the case of the batteries is welded or soldered at the electronic circuit, and we have to weld these two terminals as we said. If you can't do this, you have to consult a professional electronic technician that he can do it for you. Other types of radios are operated only with the AC power. So therefore you will find two holes at the sides of that type of radio, and with a power cord that is don't have any transformer. Therefore the transformer, you can guess that the transformer is built inside the electronic hardware of the radio. So therefore you have to also unscrew the back cover of your radio, and then you will find the transformer, and beside it there is a circuit that is called rectifier that converts the AC power of the AC current of the transformer and transport to DC current that will be supplied to the electronic board. Once you find these wires that is connected from the rectifiers to the electronic board, you can supply it or solder these terminals to the correct spots, and you can cancel the presence of the transformers and the rectifier. If you cannot do it, also you can consult an electronic professional technician that can do it for you. And finally, any type of power bank you can use for this system, and I will appreciate if you have any question or any comment. You can write on the right below. Thank you very much.